Hey YouTube, this is Black Veins of Pain here, coming to you guys with another Dragon Tech video, and this video will be on the card that, card series known as Horus the Black Vein Dragon series, which consists of level 4, level 6, and the level 8. I'll start with the level 4 in explanation, and this video will probably be longer due to the Horus series being one of my favorite series in the game. Horus Weapon Dragon level 4 is a level 4 fire type dragon monster with 1600 attack and 1000 defense. Its effect is control of this face-up card cannot switch. During the end phase, if this card destroys a monster by battle this turn, you can send this face-up card to the graveyard to summon one Horus Weapon Dragon level 6 from your hand or deck. Well, pretty much it's just a searcher card for level 6. It's sort of on the weak side in terms of attack, but I mean, if you can combo this card with lands, you can easily get Horus out easily. You can also combo this card with books, so you flip your opponent's level 4 or lower monster pretty much. I say 4 or lower because generally speaking, level 4 or lower monsters have less than 1600 defense. Judging by most used monsters, like T-King has less than 1600. Yeah, cards. Other level 4s I don't think of right now. I can't think of the top of my head, but that's just an example. The control of this face-up card can't switch. Mind Control or Creature Swamp doesn't work with this card. It's not really that great of a monster, but if you can combo it right, you can easily get this card out. If I were to run this card, I would run it at 1, only because I can either search at level 6 like I said earlier, or I can just use it as an SC material, synchro material, or just a target for darkness meld. Next we'll do the level 6. It's a level 6 fire type dragon monster with 2300 attack and 1600 defense. Its effect is this card is unaffected by spell effects. During the end phase, if this card destroys a monster by battle this turn, you can send this face-up card to the graveyard, special summon one Horus of Black Vein Dragon level 8 from your hand or deck. Alright, so this is pretty much your only way to get this guy out. And you need to run this card in any version of Horus deck. Well, this card also is slightly on the weak side for level 6, but it's still a pretty powerful card. First of all, its effect that is unaffected by spells is amazing. I love its effect. First of all, you can combo it with Dark Hole, so I can destroy my opponent's monster. Go main phase 2, Dark Hole, destroy his entire field, and during the end, and Horus will still stay on the field. During the end phase, I send Horus to the grave and then get my Horus level 8 out, and then I can stop all their spell plays. So yeah, Horus Weapon level 6 is a good card. In that respect. Also, it's unaffected by Lance, it's unaffected by Chalice, it's unaffected by Book of Moon. It's even unaffected by continuous spell cards, so yeah, that's pretty cool as well. Also, since level 6 is level 6, it can work with a Harak engine as well, since you can get into a tomb with this card, and it's also searchable by a tomb. So that's just one thing you can think of for Horus the Weapon level 6. If I were to run this card, depending on the style build you would run, I would run 2 to 3. Next is Horus the Black Vein Dragon level 8. This card is the best of all the Horus cards, and I'll explain its effect. This card cannot be normal summoned or set. It must be special summoned by Horus the Black Vein Dragon level 6 and cannot be special summoned any other ways. During every player's turn, when on spell cards activate, you can negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. You must control this face-up card to activate and to resolve this effect. Well, pretty much, it's a 3000 beat stick, and any spell, other than Super Poly, it can negate. On top of my head, I think Super Poly is the only spell you can't actually get the activation of. But other than that, Horus can negate any spell activation. And the cool thing about this card is that it negates multiple times per chain. So what I mean by that is, if let's say my opponent activates a Dark Hole, and I use Horus effects to negate, if they activate Book of Moon, I can negate Book of Moon as well. This is one of the main advantages it has over Light and Darkness Dragon. Other than the fact that it's stronger, Light and Darkness Dragon when you dark hole, if you dark hole then Light and Darkness is forced to negate, and then you use Book of Moon, Light and Darkness Dragon can't negate the Book of Moon because it only can activate once per chain. Horus can activate multiple times per chain. So pretty much you can negate all spells, and if your opponent uses any, if you just wasted it. And that's pretty much the main use for this card, to lock down your opponent's spells. But the cool thing is that it doesn't negate all spells. It's any spell you want, so you can still use your own spells, but your opponent can't use theirs. So it gives you a pretty good advantage over your opponent. And the one flaw of this series is that it takes a little time for you to be able to search all these out and get Horus level 8 out. Well, to get over that, there are cards like the Ninjutsu R Super Transformation, which sends one ninja type monster from your one face-up ninja type monster from your field and one face-up monster your opponent controls to the graveyard, and then you can also summon one dragon type monster from your deck whose level is equal to or less than the total levels of the monsters sent to the graveyard. And that's pretty much how you can search out this card pretty easily. And in order to search this card out, you can use Grandmaster Hanzo, which not only searches this, and that not only searches this, it gives you automatic target for Super Transformation, which then allows you to get into this card a lot easier. And then getting this out will allow you to go into this pretty quickly as well. There's also level up, which you can use on level 4 or level 6, but I wouldn't run level up, but you can if you want. But a quick little rolling thing. Some people ask me why does level up work on Horus the Black Fang Dragon level 6 if level 6 effects is unaffected by spells. Well, Horus the Black Fang Dragon level 6 is unaffected by spells, but it's affected by spell costs. So if the spell cost is to send a face-up all-type monster to a graveyard, then it has to be sent to the graveyard as a cost, and it can't, but it's affected by that. So that's how level up works, and that's a few things you can do with the Horus series. And I really recommend if anyone tries it. If anyone tries it, you guys should try it, and if you do, I think you guys might like what you see. And that's it for my Dragon Tech video. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Tell me if you think this card can be used in Disaster Dragons or any Dragon deck in general. And if there is any combos of the cards that I didn't go over yet or mention in this video, please put them down in the comments below, and I'll see you next time.